Most people do chia pudding wrong for weight loss. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do it the right way. Now the big switch up here that we're doing that a lot of chia pudding recipes don't do is that we're adding in some type of protein. Today we're using Greek yogurt. I'm using a full fat unsweetened Greek yogurt. I actually have my own homemade recipe. You can check out the video right here if you want the details. But if you're plant-based, you can just use an equivalent amount. So 1 cup of an unsweetened dairy-free yogurt paired with 1 serving of an unsweetened or vanilla protein powder. And both of those options will provide about 20 grams of protein. And protein is required to actually achieve a body recomposition goal where you're burning fat, but you're not losing muscle. So I'm going to be adding in 1 cup of the Greek yogurt, but you can also use the plant-based alternative instead. And if you're using chia pudding as a meal, it's required to have this protein component as your base if you're looking to achieve a weight loss goal. Otherwise, you're going to be feeling hungry, you're going to crave sugar, and you're not going to have enough of the amino acids to support muscle mass. So it's easier to lose muscle throughout your weight loss journey. If you're using chia pudding as a fat supplement to your meal, that's one thing, but if this is your main meal, you need to have your protein component. Now, the next component I'm adding in is a liquid base, and this is going to be a dairy-free milk. So you can use a nut milk or seed milk. I would not recommend using oat milk, and I wouldn't recommend using a dairy-based milk. Those both can be higher in the simple sugars that can spike our storing hormone insulin. I'm using a 1/2 cup of my homemade coconut milk that I've heat up already first. This just helps to make the whole process of the chia pudding puffing up faster. So I'm going to pour this straight in and then give it a mix. Now to help bring out natural flavor without adding in sugar, I add in vanilla extract as well as a pinch of sea salt. If you're using the plant-based yogurt with the vanilla protein, you don't need to be using the vanilla extract. But if you're using the Greek yogurt, you will want to add that in just for an added bit of flavor. So I'm using about 1/2 teaspoon here. I rarely measure, but you can actually give it a measure if you are a little bit more specific than me. Stir that in. I've just found that it makes it easier for all of this to come together when the liquids are stirred first. Smells so good already. And then now I'm going to add in a pinch of a high quality sea salt. You don't want too much here, literally just a pinch, or else it'll taste a little salty. But this just helps to bring out the natural sweetness without adding in sugar. And then of course the last component here is we actually need to add in the chia seeds. Now chia seeds are rich in fat and fiber, so it's really great to help you feel full and satisfied and help to prevent sugar cravings that would work against your weight loss goal. So I'm using 2 tablespoons for 1 serving, but you can double or triple all of these ingredients to make multiple servings at once. And now we're just gonna let this sit for about 15 or 30 minutes, or you can have this sit overnight. For the toppings, it's important to choose something that has 0 or low sugar, and preferably something that contains a high quality source of fat and fiber. The fat and fiber will help to keep you satisfied for longer and help to prevent sugar cravings that will work against your weight loss goal. And of course, the 0 sugar means that you aren't going to get that huge spike in the storing hormone insulin, which will also work against your weight loss goal. So what I like to add on top are unsweetened toasted coconut flakes, a low sugar berry, as well as cacao nibs. Those are some of my favorites, but you can also swap out the cacao nibs or the coconut flakes for various nuts and seeds. You could do slivered almonds. You could even do nut butters like almond butter or peanut butter. So I've also made toasted coconut flakes in the past, but if you don't want to have to make your own, this is a brand that I really like. Any of the products I mentioned, I'll have listed down description below so you guys can check it out. So I'm going to top the chia pudding with a few tablespoons, maybe a 1/4 cup worth of the coconut flakes. And then I'm also going to use unsweetened cacao nibs, which this is just the raw form of chocolate. And it's actually a really great source of fiber as well as fat. So it'll help keep you satiated even longer. So I'm going to use maybe a tablespoon's worth on here. And if you like things a little bit more sweet, but you still want to keep it on the lower sugar side, what I would recommend is actually lightly sauteing some frozen blueberries. So I'm currently lightly sauteing some frozen blueberries with a vanilla bean ghee. I'll also have that listed down in the description below. The vanilla bean ghee has 0 sugar, and I'm using about maybe a 1/4 or 1/2 cup worth of frozen blueberries. This helps to release a lot of the flavor and get some of the juices infused into the chia pudding. All right, time to test it out. Oh my gosh. With the Greek yogurt, it's so much more creamy than a lot of those other chia puddings where just use like almond milk as the base. And if you have the time, definitely make the sauteed blueberries. It infuses all that blueberry flavor into the chia pudding. This is amazing. So good. So if you love this, I also have 7 free recipes for you guys, including my lower sugar peanut butter and chocolate chip cookie recipe. It's a free download, and I'll have the details for that listed down in the description below so you guys can check that out. These are recipes that I use with my clients and A and peeps to help them feel satisfied and achieve their weight loss and wellness goals. And if you are using chia pudding to help you achieve a weight loss goal, make sure that you're not doing one of these 3 common chia pudding mistakes with this video next. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. come out with new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.